right, scholars, hello. So this video is to help you with the source evaluation. Specifically, this video is going to show you how to do the part of the assignment that includes the citations and the summaries. It's still part of the same objective about evaluating the strengths of our research sources, and it's still working towards the same major assignment, which is the source evaluation for your Holocaust research sources that you took notes on last week. Or the week before spring break. So let me just show you, this is step 2 of lesson 3. So this is the how-to summaries tutorial video. In order to work on this assignment, you're going to need this here, that your Holocaust research source evaluation, your document, and you're also going to need your digital notes that you completed before spring break, and you worked on adding the citation to them last week, so it should be attached to last week's Google Classroom assignment. I also mentioned to you I would bookmark them. So let me just show you. You need your source evaluation document, which is attached to today's assignment. It looks like this. When it loads, you'll see it. Right here, this is the new document. Don't know what happened there. This is the new document that you're going to hand in. And then you need this old one that you were working on the last few weeks. And I bookmarked it. I just put it in my bookmarks so I can always find it. All right, so the first step here is you're going to make this MLA formatted. So here it says replace with your last name. Okay, my last name. Oops. Jeez. How did this happen again? Replace with your last name. So I'm going to delete this. Slow down. And there's one space and the page number is already there for me. I'm going to put my name here. My teacher's name. Some of you have 2 teachers. Some of you don't. The subject, English 1. And then I said this was due on the 1st of May. And that's 2020. And then I'm not going to leave topic here. I'm going to replace it with my topic, which is Virginia Hall. And I'm going to leave research source evaluation. So Virginia Hall research source evaluation. All right, so here I need to put my citation. Luckily, I did it already. I just need to copy and paste. Now, I'm going to also need to change the font because this is Arial. And this document is using Times New Roman. So I'll just put it in and then I'll change the font so that it's the same. Times New Roman, size 12, good. All right. And then the summary. So now I need to add 5 to 7 sentences that summarize what I learned in this source. So I'm going to use my notes to help me because I read the source already and I came up with my notes, so I can just use them to help me. All right, it was about Virginia Hall. She's a lesser-known spy. She was born in Baltimore. She was raised to get married, but she liked outdoorsy things. She went to women's colleges, but then she went and moved to Europe. She wanted to be a diplomat. She was kind of like a unique because not that many women did that job. So I'm noticing that this source actually told me a lot of things about why Virginia Hall kind of broke gender norms and didn't do, what traditionally women would have done during those times. So I'm going to make that a part of my summary because a lot of the facts pointed to that when I was reading it. And then she became a spy. Okay, so I have enough to start with. So let me get started here. Virginia Hall was a gender norm breaking spy. during World War II. She grew up in a wealthy family in Baltimore. She was raised to get married, but preferred outdoor activities like hunting. And what else did it say? And adventures. And going on adventures. She moved to Europe and wanted to be a diplomat, but that was not a very common job for women at the time. During World War II, she became a spy for the British in France. Oh, I forgot one important detail. She shot herself in the foot while hunting and ended up with a wooden leg. And this actually the injury made her stronger. This is someone's opinion, so it's not objective. So I'm going to save this actually for my evaluation. So this is going to go in my evaluation. But I do want to include the fact that she shot herself in the foot and she had a wooden leg. So let me put that in before World War II. When hunting in Turkey, she shot herself in the foot and had to get a wooden leg. Okay. British in France. She got away from the Gestapo multiple times, and she often played on their chauvinism, so the fact that they thought that women couldn't be good spies and couldn't do that kind of work. So I'm going to put that in here too. She often moved around, changed her appearance, and used the Gestapo's chauvinism to help her be a more effective spy and to not get caught. Okay. The last thing that this told me about was that she almost got caught multiple times. At one time when she almost got caught, she had to escape to Spain. And she had to walk 3 days with this wooden leg to escape to Spain. And so I'm just going to put that into here. She was almost caught by the Gestapo and had to escape to Spain, walking for 3 days with her wooden leg. I also learned from this source that she then eventually returned to France, even though she was almost caught there and in a lot of danger. Even though it was very dangerous, she eventually returned to France to continue to be a spy and help with resistance movements. Okay, now the last step I need to do is really fix my grammar, because when I'm typing, I don't always pay attention to how well I'm spelling, and I spell a lot of things incorrectly. So luckily I installed the Grammarly app, so that it'll just tell me when I spell something incorrect. And here we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just reread it to myself and make sure that I have only facts and not my opinion. I have 5 to 6 sentences, and that I also, everything makes sense. I didn't like accidentally mistype a word or make something that didn't make sense. And then I'm going to do this for every source. So I should have a citation and a summary for every source. And I think if you do that for the first half of the week and then do the evaluations for the second half of the week, you have no problem handing in your final draft